you today? Today I'm going to show you how to make this bracelet, and this is not very hard to make. It is just repeating. And I do believe that beginners can make this, but I would suggest this is about a medium project. So it's just what you like. If you want to try this and you're a beginner, you can definitely give this a try. This bracelet, you can make it as long as you want. I'm going to teach you how to make a 7-inch bracelet. So for a 7-inch wrist, I'm using just a piece of lengthening chain to be so that it can be a little bit larger. But you can also just add one of the sequences of the Superduos, and then in that way make it like ½ an inch larger. It is just what you like. But it's not very hard to make, but I would say it's a medium project. So let's start. So the materials you will need. You will need something to cut your thread with. You will need some wildfire, and I'm using this in 0.15 millimeters in frost. You will need some 8/0 seed beads, and I'm using these in white. You will need some 11/0 seed beads, and I'm using these in white also. You can make these match, or you can choose to make them a different color. It's just what you like. I'm using O beads, and I'm using these in Jet Azzurro. You will need some Superduos, and I'm using these in Jet. You will need a clasp, 2 rings, and I'm using size 6 millimeter rings. Optional, you need some lengthening chain. I'm using 2 needles, and I'm using this in size 10. You can also use size 12. And I'm using a pair of pliers to close up your rings with at the end. To start, we're going to thread 2 needles with about 1½ arm span of your thread. 1 arm span is from the tips of your fingers. You're going to spread your arms and then to the other tips of your fingers. And you're going to do 1½ arm span. You're going to thread your 2 needles with it, and then we can start. With 1 needle, pick up 8 11/0 seed beads. Like this, and slide them down. And now we're going to crisscross in 1 8/0. You're going to slide this all the way to the middle of your thread, because that is the point that we are going to work from. Now on both needles, pick up 1 8/0 seed bead and slide them down. We're going to pick up 1 11/0 seed bead and slide them down. And now we're going to crisscross in 1 8/0 seed bead. Like this, and pull. And it will look like this. And now we're going to start our sequence. So what we're going to do, we're going to pick up 2 Superduos on each side. Like this, slide them down. And we're going to crisscross in 1 8/0. And pull. Like this. Now we're going to pick up 1 8/0 on each side, slide them down, and we're going to crisscross in 1 8/0 again. And pull. And that is what we're going to repeat all the way. So what we're going to do, we're going to now pick up 2 Superduos on each side. We're going to crisscross in 1 8/0. Then we're going to pick up 2 8/0s on each side, and we're going to crisscross in 1 8/0, and then we're back at this point again. We're going to do this until we have 17 of the Superduos on. That makes a 7-inch bracelet. If you want a little larger bracelet, you're going to add one more. So if you want 7.5-inch bracelet, you're going to add one sequence of these more. But I'm just going to use the lengthening chain, and when it's 7-inch, I'm going to add a piece of lengthening chain so that everyone can wear it. So again, you're going to pick up 2 Superduos on each side now. You're going to crisscross in 1 8/0. You're going to pick up 2 8/0s on each side. 1 8/0 on each side, so on each needle 1. And then you're going to crisscross in 1 8/0. So you're going to do that to the other side now, and then I'm coming back to you. Now I made it to the other side, and now I have 17 pairs of the Superduos on. And now we're going to make the loop like we did on the other side. So on both needles I'm going to pick up 1 11/0 seed bead and slide it down. And on both needles I'm going to pick up 1 8/0 seed bead and slide it down. And then I'm going to crisscross in 1 8/0 seed bead. Like this. And now on one needle I'm going to pick up 8 11/0 seed beads. Like this. And now I'm going through the same bead that we're coming out of in the opposite direction and pull. And now with my other needle I'm going through those 8 seed beads. So we're going to reinforce the loop in this way. And just gently pull. Make sure it's not too tight. You don't want it to curl up all the way. Like this. And now we're going to pick up 1 11/0, and I'm going to start with my right side. I'm going to pick up 1 11/0 and I'm going through the next 8/0 and pull. And now I'm going to pick up 1 8/0 and I'm going through the next top hole of the next Superduo and pull. Now I'm going to take my O beads, so we're going to use the O beads now. And I'm going to pick up 1 O bead on my needle, and I want this to stand up. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to pick it up from the wrong side, so from the black side in this case, because this O bead has one blue side and on the other side it has a black side. So I'm going to pick it up from the black side. I'm going to pick up 1 Superduo, and then I'm going to pick up 1 O bead again, and I'm going to pick this up from the blue side like this. So in this way, if we now put it through the next Superduo, we have the blue sides facing up. So I'm going through the next Superduo, so the next top hole of the next Superduo, and pull. And now I'm going to pick up 1 8/0 and I'm going through the next top hole of the next Superduo and pull like this. And now we're going to do this, sorry, I thought I turned my bead around. And now we're going to do this all the way to the other end. So I'm going to do it one more time for you. So we're going to pick up 1 O bead from the wrong side. So from the black side, because we want the shiny side on top. Then we're going to pick up 1 Superduo. And then I'm going to pick up 1 O bead from the right side, because we want to face this one towards us. I'm going through the next top hole of the next Superduo and pull. And now I'm going to pick up 1 8/0 and I'm going through the next top hole of the next Superduo to go through and step up there. And it will look like this. Now you're going to do that all the way until you are at the other end, and then I'm going to show you here how you go through the seed beads here so that we end this row. And then we're going to do the same on the other side, but I'm going to show you then again when we are there. So you're going to do this So you're going to pick up one O bead from the wrong side, then you're going to pick up one superduo, you're going to pick up one O bead from the good side, so from the colored side, and then you're going through the next superduo. You're going to pick up one 8O and you're going through the next top hole of the next superduo, and then you're going to start the next sequence. So when you've done that, I'm coming back to you. As you can see now, I'm at the other end of my bracelet. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to pick up one 8O and I'm going through the next 8O. So we're going to make the same as that we did on the other side. And I'm going to pick up one 11O. And then I'm going through the middle 8O here. And pull. And you have to move the beads around a little because the loop wants to shove before the hole of the 8O. Now we're going to do the same on the other side. So you're going to turn your work around because I think that works a little bit easier. We're going to start here and I'm going to show you again how to start. So we're going to pick up one 11O and we're going through the next 8O and pull. Then we're going to pick up one 8O and we're going through the next top hole of the next superduo. And now we're going to make the sequence that we just did in the row before this. And then you're going to end the in the loop here. So you're going to, before the loop here, you're going to pick up one 8O and then you're going through the 8O. You're going to pick up one 11O and then you're going to go through the 8O. So you're going to do exactly the same on the other side that we just did, and then I'm coming back to you. Okay, now I'm at the other side and we did both sides in this way. And now we're going to add a sequence of 8O seed beads. So what we're going to do, we're going through the next 11O, the next 8O and through the next 8O. So through the next 11O and two 8Os and pull. And now we're going through the top hole of the next superduo and through the O bead and pull. Now we're going to pick up two 8Os and we're going through the next top hole of the next superduo and pull. We're going to pick up two 8Os and we're going down through the O bead and through the top hole of the next superduo and pull. And now I'm going through the 8O, the next top hole of the next superduo and through the next O bead and pull. And now we're going to do the same all around. So what we're going to do, we're going to add two 8Os here and then we're going through the top hole of the next superduo. Then we're going to pick up two 8Os and we're going through the O bead, through the top hole of the next superduo, through the 8O. We're going through the superduo and we're going through the O bead again. So what we're going to do, we're going through the beads and we're going to add two 8Os on each side of the superduos. You're going to do that all the way to the other end. And what you're going to do then, you're going to make a loop until you reach the other end, because we're going to use the right thread, in this case it's my right thread, to do this all the way. So we're going to do this around the whole bracelet. So we're going to make a loop and then do the other side also. So when you're at the end here, you're going through the two 8Os, then through the 11O, through the 8O, and you're going to make your way back. So you're going through the 11O, through the 8Os, and then through the top hole of the next superduo, through the 8O, through the O bead, and then you're going to do that on the other side also. And then we're going to end again in this seed bead here. So that's the 8O in the middle of the loop. So you're going to do that now and then I'm coming back to you. Now as you can see, I added all the 8O beads on both sides. If your work tends to curl, just make it flat. So you're just going over it with your hands and then it will be flat. And we're going to tighten it in, make it tight in this next row. So I'm going to pick up my other needle and I'm going through the next 11O. And I'm sorry, I'm having a hair here. I'm going through the next 11O, the next 8O and the next 8O. and pull. And then I'm going through the next superduo, so the top hole of the next superduo, and through the next O bead and pull. Then I'm going through the next 2 8/0 beads and pull. Now I'm going to pick up 3 11/0 seed beads and I'm going through the next 8/0, so just the next 8/0 and not the next 2, but the next 8/0 and pull. I'm going to pick up 1 8/0 and I'm going through the next 8/0 and pull. And now we're going to repeat this, so I'm going to pick up 3 11/0 seed beads and I'm going through the next 8/0. I'm picking up 1 8/0 and I'm going through the next 8/0, and that is the top 8/0. So we're going to skip all the second 8/0s, but we're going through the top 8/0. So I'm going to do this one more time again, and then you can do it on your own. We're going to pick up 3 11/0 seed beads and I'm going through the next 8/0 and pull. I'm picking up 1 8/0 and then I'm going through the next top 8/0 and pull. And in this way we're going to embellish all the sides, and in this way our work will stay straight at the end when we're finished. What you're going to do now, you're going to do this all the way, and just like we did before, you're going to make the loop here. So you're going to make the turn here to the other side, and then you're going to do the same on the other side. And like we did with the other side also, so the previous row, we're going to end here in this 8/0, because you're going to make this part of the loop here also, and you're going to end in the 8/0. So when you've done that, I'm coming back to you. So now at the end of the bracelet, and as you can see it is now finished, and we just need to tie it off. So what we're going to do, we're going through the next 3 seed beads of the loop, so that's the loop of the 8, the 8 seed beads, so the 8 11/0 seed beads. I'm just going through the next 3. And now I'm going to make a double knot loop here. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to stick my needle underneath the beads and I'm going to make a loop with the thread in that way, and I'm going to put my needle in that loop and then I'm going to pull. And in this way I'm making a knot on the thread in between the seed beads, and I'm going to do this 2 times. And pull this gently tight, but make sure it's tight. And then when I've done that, I'm going through the seed beads, so just through the rest of the loop, and then I'm going to end in the 8/0 seed bead in the middle here again. I'm going to pull, and then I'm going to take my thread cutter and I'm going to cut it right there. Like that. And now I'm going to do the same on the other side. So I'm going through the next 3 seed beads, I'm going to make 2 knot loops here, then I'm going through the seed beads and I'm going through the 8/0 and I'm going to cut my thread there. And when I've done that, I'm coming back to you to show you how to attach the rings. Okay, now I finished the bracelet and we're going to attach the rings. So what we're going to do, we're going to grab one ring and we're going to open it. Then we're going to attach it through one of the loops. And I'm going to attach my clasp on this. Doesn't matter on which side, because the bracelet is the same. And then on the other side we're going to do the same, but this time we're going to open the ring. Attach it to the other loop. And then we're going to attach our lengthening chain. So this is optional, you can also just make the bracelet a little bit larger. It is just what you like. And that is all there is to it. So I really hope you liked this tutorial. Please give me a thumbs up if you like this tutorial. Subscribe to my channel, follow me on Facebook, and I'll see you the next time. Bye, have a nice day.